everyone. In today's video, I just want to express my feelings on how I feel Trump is doing as president. I was trying to just make a normal video as I do, like something about the news or maybe like an election prediction or like a fictional election something. Because, that's usually what my channel's about. But I just want to talk about Trump's job as president. And honestly, I feel like it would have been so easy for him to just be better than Biden, or he's so much better than Biden in the eyes of the American people. Because there's so many little things he could do where he would be 10 times better than Biden. But instead, what he does is he just does crazy, like, it's a lot of crazy stuff. I mean, every now and then, it's like, oh, okay, Trump. It's like, oh, okay, Trump. Like, I see what you're doing. Okay, I can understand that. But it's just like 90% of the time, it's like, Trump, you're going off the rails. What's going on here? And it's like, I completely understand this disapproval rating. Also, one thing I want to say about the Democrats is I don't think Democrats understand that just because Trump's approval rating goes down doesn't mean the Democrats' approval rating goes up. I saw a poll recently where I had Democrats with only 20% of the country believing that the Democratic Party was doing like the best thing, or like a negative 70% Democratic approval rating. It's crazy. Every politician has like a negative approval rating besides like Bernie, and really it's the authentic politicians that have a good approval rating. Like like I'm not even super liberal. Like Josh Hawley, Josh, I don't know real. Here, let me look him up real quick for the video. A Republican Senator, Josh, yeah, Hawley. I mean, he's got good. This guy's got good economic policy. He recently introduced a bill to raise the minimum wage to $15. Great thing. Like Trump had so many opportunities to just do like small things that would make him so popular. Like I think one of the best things he could have done, which the big beautiful bill is not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a fiscal conservative dream where like they would cut spending by like $500 billion by cutting spending on Medicare, Medicaid, and the military. But all the big beautiful bill is since the Trump's tax cuts, which I understand they're Republicans, they want tax cuts, which but if you're going to cut taxes, you also have to cut spending. You can't raise spending, or you can't keep spending the same and cut taxes. You see, back during FDR and Dwight D. Eisenhower, whenever FDR spent billions, like spent so much debt, billions and billions of dollars more than the US actually had. What he did was he rose taxes. And then whenever Dwight D. Eisenhower came in power, he hated the, I guess, this like deficit FDR was running, or this like how much the US was spending. He hated it. Well, I'm not sure if he hated it, but what he did is he came in, Dwight D. Eisenhower, he cut spending and then cut taxes. And Trump, he's cutting taxes and raising spending. Like, this is the most basic math. He's not even raising spending, he's just keeping it the same. And, like, even his spending cuts don't match anything to the tax cuts that he's giving out. And also, like, if I was just him, even if, like, I thought that giving tax cuts to the wealthy made more jobs, I would just wait until like a year into my term. I would just give more and more tax cuts to the middle class. Like, you understand how popular that would make him if he gave like a 50% tax cut to the middle class? And he would, and to like offset that, he would only have to raise taxes on like the top 400 Americans by like point, like by like 1%. And if you believe that makes billionaires leave the country, then what he could do is, yes, not add tariffs. If he doesn't add tariffs, then raising taxes by like 0.5% on the wealthiest Americans, the math works out. And that's my main problem. The tariffs don't make any sense. Which, of course, I know these tariffs are like going through a lot of deals because one thing that really made me mad is that he got a deal done with the United Kingdom. Okay, got a deal done with them. It wasn't a good deal, but it was a deal that he could go out and say, "Hey, I got this deal done, and we're gonna get a ton of other deals done soon under my presidency." And then he puts a 25% tariffs on all steel imports, which makes the deal that we had with the United Kingdom, it's over. Like, that deal doesn't apply to the US and the United Kingdom anymore because he wanted to put a 25% tariffs on all steel goods. What's the point of the deal? Like, if he just excluded the United Kingdom from the 25% steel tariffs, then he would have still had the deal, but now we just have no deal. And also, I want to say, if he said, "Hey, look, I'm gonna come in and it's gonna be rocky on like the first year I come in as president, okay? The economy's not gonna instantly get better, but I'm gonna do something like what Malay and Argentina's doing," I would understand. But the economy went down 0.3% during his first 100 days. The US economy has shown, yeah, shrank at an annual 0.3% during this period. And it's just like, also, if he has owned up to it, but he's still blaming it on Joe Biden. And it's like, Biden's been out for 150 days now. And then also, I want to talk about Taco. We had that trade war with China, which, if you believe China's a trade threat to the US, then okay, I understand going into a trade war with them. But the fact he is was like, okay, I'll take the tariffs off if you also take the tariffs off. And now we're back to ground zero. We got nothing done with China. Nothing. Nothing done with China. No deal, no anything. And then also, I want to talk about the troops in LA, which I understand. You know, I understand Trump's perspective on this. Send some National Guard troops to LA to make sure the protests remain peaceful. But you don't need 4,700 military personnel, including 700 Marines. That's more troops than we have in Syria and Iraq combined. So imagine if he took out all the troops out of Syria and Iraq, sent them to LA, and then also sent another 200 troops to LA. It's crazy. Also, most of these troops aren't even doing anything because they don't got any orders, or there's just not enough room. If he sent like 1,000, okay, I understand. If he only sent 2,000, okay, I understand. But 4,000, 4,700. What? And then he's also like shocked that he's unpopular, or that he's not, like, he's just shocked that he's not the most popular president of all time. And honestly, this has happened in both of his terms. He comes in, wins an election, comes in, and then is super unpopular. It it doesn't make sense. And it's like the jaws of de- he snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Like, it would have been so easy for him come in and yes, cruise through this like term at like a 51% approval, 52% approval rating, and just be overall like chill president. But it's like what he does is based off what the news headline is. Like, he goes and watches CNN and Fox News and just cable news, and he's like, I don't like this being in the news, and then goes and does something more crazy. Anyway, tell me your thoughts on the Trump presidency, and this is just gonna be my video for today. Peace out, and if y'all made it this far, might as well leave me a sub.